Alright everyone, and this video is going to be a touchy one, as you can see by the title. I don't think I'm going to be able to please everybody because of a subject like this. People always have opinions that differ from my own in the way that I see things, but I thought I would give it a shot. So I was watching my man's name on YouTube, and I'm going to say right off the bat that I'm a white dude. So people will naturally associate me with certain like ideologies that I may not even have. But anyway, here we go. I wouldn't say that like my eyes have been opened, but I'm definitely aware of like racism as a subject or a topic and how it can affect some people more than others in day to day life. Now, when I see the stories and say a video that he did, it's not like the fact that anybody can say that racism doesn't exist is a complete and utter like moron. Like you would have to be a moron to think that racism doesn't exist. Like even in, as I say, day to day life, if it's one on one person, say it was a white person and a black person, if they were arguing, at some point it's going to happen where somebody is going to come out with a racial slur. I mean, it is. It's just going to happen. I mean, like me and Rob, when we play on PlayStation, I've seen it multiple times or heard it multiple times where we have won. You know what I mean? In a game, and people like want to start like whipping out the racial slurs. It's just the way it happens. I mean, people are going to pick out the thing that makes you who you are and try and put you down on it. Like, for example, it could be a white guy and a white guy talking, and if one was skinny and one was fat, I guarantee you, like, the skinny guy would go, "Who are you talking to, you fat bastard?" I just, like, I know this, you know what I mean? It's obvious. Now, to say that racism doesn't exist is completely, it is moronic, it truly is. And then, as I say, you can tell from my accent that I don't live in America, so I don't know what it's like to live in that environment from day to day, and maybe it would change me as a person if I lived in that country, but I don't. So I'm just going to say how I feel about it from my perspective and my experience. Now, I'm going to read a comment here, and I want you to think about it, whether you agree or disagree, or like when people talk about racism and if we're ever going to be able to move on from it, or to the point where it doesn't affect us so much, or even to the point where it's going to go one day. Now, let me read this comment and tell you. Hopefully, you'll tell me what you think about it. It says, as long as there is white people, racism will still exist. If we can go back in time and stop them all from living in Europe, it would be a different story. But they have pretty much travelled everywhere in the world and established themselves as the superior race. Those who think white people are innocent are blind. White people are the devil. Now, I just want you to think about that for a second. White people are the devil. Now, the ironic thing about this statement or this comment is that the video was on about racism not existing, which of course I said already it exists, but the statement itself is racist against white people. You know what I mean? So I don't really know what to do about it, like what to say about that. Like, as I say, that it doesn't affect my life like that much at all, really. I'd say, but it's obvious by comments like that people who would say that they are understanding or they wish to have racism not be such a big issue, it's obvious that not just white people obviously have an issue with it. You know what I mean? Whether they've been taught by people, like influenced by people they know or their family members or history, whatever the problem may be, um, people don't want to let go of it. It's not like it's just white people that are encouraging it. I mean, it's obvious. That's again, you'd have to be a moron to believe that it's only white people that continue to be racist. And I believe anybody can be racist at any point in their life. You can be a bum on the street, don't even own a pair of shoes, and you can be racist. Anybody has the power to be racist. You know what I mean? You don't have to be. I mean, that statement in itself should prove my point. I mean, I'm not saying everybody feels like that. Of course, everybody, as I says, has their own varying ideas on it and how they feel about it. Um, but it's evident. I mean, I could read some other ones, but I mean, I'm not going to. But it's obvious that there are people, whether say from India, Pakistan, Africa, New Zealand. I mean, wherever you are, there obviously are people that don't want to forget about it. Now, the next issue I want to raise is the fact that, as if when somebody comes to, well, I wouldn't say when somebody, but if somebody did come to me and try to say that I'm responsible for racism, as well, basically a nobody. If you want to look at it that way, I'm not in a position of power. I'm not in politics. I'm just a white guy. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Uh, I mean, it would be completely idiotic, and any psychiatrist would probably tell you that. Like, I mean, am I going to stay up and can't sleep at night because some white asshole 200 years ago decided to be, well, an asshole to another race? I mean, no, I'm not. I'm not responsible. The only thing I have power and control of is the actions that I do. You know what I mean? That I'm responsible for. I can't like take credit. No, not take credit, but you take responsibility for some, as I say, white prick that was an asshole. You know what I mean? What do you want me to do about it? Am I going to feel guilty that something happened? Was it a tragedy? Yes. Should it have happened? No. But it did happen, and then there's nothing that like me or anybody who lives in this generation can do about it. The only thing that we can do about it is acknowledge that it happened. It still happens every single day, and that we try to make an effort to somehow move on and understand where these issues come from. You know what I mean? Like me and Rob can discuss this shit. Am I a yes man? Like no. Obviously I have my own opinions and ideas like I've said. But I'm willing to hear like an adult, like a human being who hopefully is not in fucking kindergarten should be way to listen to somebody else's opinion, understand it, and give their own. Now I'm not saying it's going to turn into a debate because obviously people this is a sensitive topic for a lot of people, but there's no reason why like grown adults can't talk about it in a civilized way. But like I'm dumbfounded when people try to pretend that like white people are the only people that are racist. Like I've heard that before. That blows my mind. Like because of what's happened in the past, like any other race that isn't white can't be racist. You know what I mean? Like, it's impossible for people to be racist. That if you like if you're not white, which blows my mind. Honestly, it totally blows my mind. Like I don't want to ramble on for too long, but it was just some issues that I wanted to raise. And I say, like, I don't live in a country where this is a big issue, so I can again only say that like my experiences in that situation. But like that, like the comment that I read is the one that made me make this video because it blew my mind. But anyway, thanks for listening, and tell me what you think if you have an opinion on it, if you disagree, and I'll see you all next time.